The idea of colonizing Mars someday sounds extremely cool and very sci-fi, but it takes more effort than you would think. Right now, lots of space organizations are helping with this idea, but by far the biggest and most impactful is SpaceX. With their first prototype of the Starship, we might see the first people on Mars by as soon as 2023. Elon wants to first send everything that is needed to survive on Mars, for example a greenhouse and living quarters, and then later send 100 colonists to go up there and set it all up. Musk also wants a way to return them if they have any problems, and that takes more fuel. For that, he is developing a machine that can turn methane from Mars' atmosphere into rocket fuel so they can come back. You might be wondering, but why do we need to go to another planet? Why not stay here? And I have answers for you. As humanity lives on, more and more problems start to occur, such as global warming, overpopulation, deforestation, diseases, and a plethora of very difficult and unpleasant things. Global warming, being the lead cause to this movement, is what I'll talk about first. Due to the overpopulation of certain countries, more and more factories, cars, and planes are being made to support them, and all these are releasing an extremely dangerous amount of toxic gases into the air. These include carbon dioxide, methane, and other very harmful gases. This is where deforestation comes into play. Due to the trees being cut down at a much more rapid rate than they can grow, we are seeing a very drastic increase of such gases. We will refer to them as greenhouse gases. The reason why they're called greenhouse gases is because, like a greenhouse, these gases trap in the heat and energy sent in from the sun, and they don't let it back out into the atmosphere. This causes global temperatures to rise, which in turn melts a lot of the ice we have on Earth. So many glaciers and a good hunk of Antarctica has already been melted already, causing sea levels to rise and the level of salt in the water to decrease, killing a lot of wildlife in the process. Forests do a lot to help with this matter, as they take the carbon out of the carbon dioxide and release oxygen back into the air. These forests, however, are in danger of being wiped out completely due to my previous points. This also raises another concern: disease. We're having a lot of breakouts of seemingly eradicated diseases happening more and more throughout the years, and part of that problem is the fact that greenhouse gases are giving more opportunity for these diseases to become a thing. All in all, going to Mars would alleviate a lot of Earth's population, and we would have much more space to live in. Now, since this is so beneficial, we should be wanting to do it and doing everything we can to make this dream of ours happen. Well, not so fast. The act of getting humans to another planet, let alone sending additional equipment there as well, is harder than you think. The question is why? Why is it so hard? To be fair, there aren't really that many points to go over because there are only two reasons. Number one is money. The project is going to have to require an absolutely absurd amount of money just for the rocket alone. Fuel costs even more, and paying people to train and actually be the colonists takes even more. In total, Musk and his company are going to have to pay around $50 billion to make this happen, and that amount of money is more than too much, even for his company. The second reason is actually the astronauts. These guys will be in zero gravity for about 8 to 10 months while traveling to Mars, which wears out your bones quite a lot. There's also a problem with oxygen and carbon dioxide, which requires even more systems in place. All in all, SpaceX are sacrificing quite a lot to make this dream come true. The way we will be living on this mysterious planet that is Mars is very different from the lifestyle here on Earth. First off, the living quarters are still being debated on, whether to put them underground or above ground. So far, the majority is going with underground, but debates are still raging. There will be greenhouses for growing food, and a lot of science experiments lying around, maybe even a lab on its own, and a lot of carbon and methane plants, and a lot more. They will have cars and rovers to send on expeditions to figure out more about this mysterious red planet. There's still a lot we have to do to make this all happen. Musk has to spend way too much money to fly us there. We have to do many missions before to get the stuff we need down there, and also, we need people. If not enough people want to spend their time on another planet, we just won't be able to go. There are so many factors to this, but it will be interesting to see where we are by 2025.